Yeah, so it's interesting day in hip hop or interesting time in hip hop. We've got the titans of the industry going at it, and I'm all for it. Um, excuse me. So far, we have like that by Kendrick, Push Ups by Drake. We have Champagne Moments by Rick Ross and 7 Minute Drill by J. Cole. But I would say he's um he's effectively disqualified himself, hasn't he? I would imagine. Like I made another video talking about how I understood to a degree, if J. Cole bowing out, pop shit apologizing, just ask Kiss. And, whatever. Hey, whatever, man. You don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to, it's messing up your spirit. You don't want to be a part of the game. Okay, whatever. I can dig it. Protecting your peace, I'm all for that. But step aside, brother. Step aside. This is hip hop. This is a rap. And this is one of the main elements is the competition, the battle. So I never was a big Jermaine Cole fan like that because I just wasn't. And as far as his fans, they make it. It's the same thing like with LeBron fans or LeBron and his fans. That's a lot of times your fans is what create the type of public sentiment that you have. A lot of times your fans can ruin. A lot of times the fans of a superstar can ruin the mystique. That happens sometimes. But me being, I try to be as fair minded and balanced as possible. Be objective. But anyway, so I say Cole is probably effectively forfeited from this running. But I think this is a good question though. How would you rank the dishes so far? Man, I gotta go. I gotta go with Drizzy, dog. I do. I gotta go with Drake, dog. If you listen to him, now don't get me wrong. And at first, I didn't think Kendrick came out just really swinging like that. Not, I do. I like Kendrick. I want to pull for Kendrick because I was a fan of Kendrick for a long time before. And I know this sounds so cliche, but before he really became mainstream, really popped, that's really when I liked Kendrick. But that's a lot of musicians or a lot of music lovers or lovers of certain arts, lovers of maybe an athlete. We always say that we were a fan of them before they blew up. And for a lot of us that means something to us. But anyway, and then a lot of times it does come with good reason because a lot of times with just time, artists. I mean, I have empathy for our grace for it because it's kind of hard to recapture that initial moment when you first stepped on the scene, that magic. You know, a lot of artists say they spend their whole lives making their first album, so that's why the first album is usually the best. And yeah, Kendrick when we was early on like the mixtape scene, I was messing with Kendrick, and I still got a lot of respect for Kendrick. It's just hard being at the top for all of them because it comes with a lot of expectations. And we've never seen a run like this with Drake, dog. And he he knows what he's doing right now. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that public sentiment will always be in his favor as long as he delivers strongly enough. Uh, Push-ups wasn't weak. It wasn't the dopest, but it was. I mean, Drake can rap. He can rap. So, um, and so can Rick Ross. But it's just gonna hit different. It's got that back to back feel. So you're gonna be able to play it in the club, and that's um, don't undermine that. The ability to have that song become a club banger. That's come on, man. That's programming. That's marketing at its best. And he's destined to win in that case. Public sentiment. Yeah, it's hard to overcome that. And then you see the memes are gonna go crazy. Don't get me wrong. The fact that we got 50 in the fray, you know, that makes a difference. 50 gonna be the referee. 50 gonna do what he does, and that adds a whole nother element to it. This is funny, but don't leave out Rose though. Rose can get it on. Um, Rose can dish it out, but I mean, there's a lot of things that could be said about this. The fact that the Drake is half Jewish, his mom being white, but he technically is a black man because I mean his daddy is quite the definition of a Negro. Have you seen Dennis before? He's a textbook stereotypical Negro that looks like he's stuck right at about 1978. That mustache is legendary, right? So we got that, but so we got that dynamic of Drake. But again, half white, Jewish. That means something. That means something. If you don't think that means something, I don't want to get too deep with this. I'm just talking about something that I love, which is hip hop. But never forget the anytime something like this arises that gets everyone's attention, you have to consider the programming behind it. You have to. Um, is nothing that captures public attention, and hip hop is a major news stirrer for our community, right? Black people. Just it is what it is. And so anytime something arises that gets everyone's attention, you have to consider the program behind it, the production behind the play, and that's just something you have to think about. Again, Drake is half white; he's Jewish. That means something. Kendrick is a proud proclaimer of his Hebrew heritage, right? Hebrew lineage. There's a kind of an anti-establishment sentiment to Kendrick, where again all this has undertones. It's important. It should never be ignored whenever we're talking about the public arena and the loudest controlling forces. They very often will downplay their intentions. They'll downplay the undertones. But nothing is just innocent. Nothing is ever just brought to the public arena and magnified without some type of again programming and some type of production behind the play. Okay, remember these are all major artists on major labels They're not in. None of them are independent artists. Okay, so this wouldn't happen in the independent world unless again there was a programming or production at play. Anyway, I just had to say that. But Rose getting involved with this, I do got a few questions I want to just pose to people. I don't want to make this video too long. I don't, it's not a whole bunch to really say about it. It's just funny to really kind of just go through this and observe the antics, BBL Drizzy, 50 clowning, getting bombs involved. Pretty funny, man. I think we need this in hip hop. Yeah, again, 50 always gonna be involved. Yeah, this shit go crazy, man, with all these memes. But my question is, with Rose getting involved, and don't get me wrong, Rose is a very, um, he's a very talented artist. My question is, do y'all think? I want y'all opinions in the comments. Do you think Ross had that diss song already written, ready to go? Because that's something that I didn't consider at first, but I've seen a lot of chatter concerning that matter, and I don't know that wasn't something that was my first thought because these are professionals. He's a professional writer and rapper, and this is what he does. So it wasn't. I wouldn't think it'd be far fetched and inconceivable for Rose to be able to cook up some bars in a matter of hours. But the fact that he responded so quickly, at first it was the question of the first diss by Drake, whether or not it was AI, and I don't think it was. And I think at this point it's pretty much confirmed that that was him. And so that was that. And then now there was a question of whether Ross already had his disc ready to go, like if he had written it. And I know a lot of rappers will have admitted that they write pre-written discs for. I think KRS-One once said that every year he wrote a disc for every rapper, every top 10 rapper, just to have it. I don't know if that was the same case for Rose, but it's not far fetched for them to just cook up some bars in a few hours. And I mean, honestly, as much as I got respect for Rose, his this was just wasn't as potent. Man, I didn't think the flow was just. He's used that flow before, and it wasn't just. Mm. The beat was pretty tight. It's very much diss worthy, diss track type beat. It was tight. It was a tight beat, but only Drake can really make that diss record that's still like a banger. That's still a hit. That's still a club. Maybe you playing in the club. Like only he's got that formula down, and he knows with his wittiness and just the fact that he really just has the advantage to the public, having the public on his side. As long as he comes with a few sniper like lines, like only he can, uh, sitting at his perched up atop his position at this time, he gonna win. And then combine that with that formula of that up tempo beat, something that can go in the club. Man, dog, you gotta get that boy his credit, dog. You got to. You got to. Class of 86, 1986, baby. Yeah, I was just going through a few Drake memes. Anyway, I don't think he said none of them. But anyway, yeah. Do y'all think? So I want y'all to rank the disses so far. Again, you can pretty much eliminate Cole out of this, dog. You gave up, you forfeited, bro. As much as I got respect for you, you forfeited, dog. So go sit your ass down and protect your peace. And don't talk about being the greatest anymore, brother. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't have that. Can't have it all. Can't have that. But again, I got respect for him. I like him. I like him. I like with him. All right. That's all I got.